Steamwhistle Brewing is located in the heart of Toronto's Distillery District. Steamwhistle produced their first signature green bottle in March of 2000 and has since expanded throughout Ontario, Alberta, and British Columbia. Since the opening of Steamwhistle Brewery, the company has taken a leading role in the industry for their sustainable and environmental approach and initiatives. Over the last 13 years, they have won numerous environmental awards, significantly decreased their ecological footprint, and taken every step of the process into mind when striving towards sustainable design. Their green bottle has not only become a symbol of great beer, but also of social justice and care for our environment.
One of our major focuses right now is on water, so conservation of water and also improving the quality of the water, the wastewater that comes out of the brewery. Water is the key ingredient in beer. It makes up between 92 and 94% of the final, beverage in a bottle. But we also use a ton of water here because we're washing all the bottles, we're washing the kegs, the tanks, the floors. So for every 1 liter of beer that's made, we use 1.17 liters of spring water in our beer, but we use almost another 4 liters of municipal tap water for all these washing processes. We've made some big leaps forward in the last, really since 2008. We started upgrading all of our equipment here at the brewery, and most of that came from Europe. And of course there they have much less water, it's more expensive, and there's a lot more government legislation to penalize water use. So when you buy equipment from a jurisdiction like that, you make big leaps forward in terms of water conservation. But it's interesting, once we put in our new brew house, for example, which used 4.5 million fewer liters of water a year going down the drain. So we obviously improved our water usage, but that concentrated all the waste, the organic materials that were going down the drain from our beer. And so that concentrated our BOD count, and that became the next problem. So, improving the effluent quality that's leaving here. Beer is an interesting product because it's sold in single servings, right? So there's a lot of packaging materials that surround beer sales. So I think the biggest opportunity that we've had here at the brewery to become more sustainable is focusing in on that packaging and working to divert as much waste as possible.
Our bottles come from Central America, and they're going to come back here to the brewery. The first step is the washers. They're going to get washed. They get inspected to make sure everything's okay with the bottle. They're going to get filled, leave the line in a case. From there, they're going to go to someone's home or a bar or a restaurant, and from there we're going to actually pick them up. So we pay the beer store a little extra to separate our bottles from other beer bottles. So now when we drop beer off, we pick our empties back up. They're going to come back here and they're going to get reused. Right now we have an 85% return rate, so most of the bottles that leave will actually come back and we're able to reuse them.
That we put in our new brew house, we saved about $75,000 annually on our power bill, which included both electricity and steam, and also on our water bill and our sewage bills. So all of those things added up because it was a much more efficient brew house. All of those savings, that $75,000 savings, helped to pay for the original capital investment in the brew house. Or really what we tried to think about is how could we use those $75,000 in savings to pay for other green initiatives. sustainable in your operations, generally what you're doing is conserving energy, conserving water, reducing waste. All of those things enable you to save money. So, why not do it? Why wouldn't a company, any kind of company, whether it's a brewery or other small or large business, why wouldn't they look at conservation efforts? But it does go beyond that as well. There are tons of other benefits. We find that our staff really love working here. They believe in the moral fiber of the company. There's a certain pride. The kind of people that we attract to work here is different as a result of our social enterprise beliefs. Generally, people take fewer sick days, they stay here longer, there's less turnover. I mean, there's all kinds of other spin-off benefits to being a good employer, a responsible corporate citizen. And then beyond just internally what the positive benefits are, you look out to our customers. Customers nowadays are really voting with their wallets. They're making very conscious purchase decisions. And if you can differentiate yourself from the next guy because you do things a little differently or better, then there's reason to buy your products. And if there's anybody out there that isn't operating sustainably, get on the bandwagon.